A tiny insect with the power to weaken or kill over 70 plant species.
This thing can really do some damage.
They are seemingly everywhere.
Destroy New Jersey's agriculture for the summer. Spotted lanternflies.
The pesky, annoying spotted lanternflies.
Spotted lanternflies.
If you see it, kill it.
There's this bug out there that's basically committing economic terrorism.
The pest poses a very serious threat.
They can really do a lot of damage.
No, seriously.
What started at Ground Zero in Pennsylvania has become a war across 18 states, and it's spreading. But it snuck in under the radar because it's kind of cute.
Aww.
At first, it was just a curiosity, but this curiosity had a secret weapon, hiding babies, lots and lots of babies. See, they look like little mud smears that are practically invisible, but they do have a weakness. They smell ever so faintly of rotting walnuts. And it just so turns out that's a giant flashing neon sign to a dog's nose. So even as the smell of $1 billion problem goes unnoticed to our weak old human noses, an army of dogs is being trained as the ultimate counterweapon. They're armed with 300 million scent receptors and a pathological obsession with tennis balls. It's a whole thing. It all began with a shipment of stone delivered to Berks County, Pennsylvania. It was carrying an unseen passenger from Asia. Not the bug itself, but its eggs, perfectly camouflaged on the cold, hard surface. And just like that, a new species was introduced to America.
Introducing!
The spotted lanternfly.
Welcome to America.
It looked kind of beautiful, almost like a designer moth.
So beautiful!
For a few years, it was just a local problem. A strange bug people had never seen before. But while we were all learning its name, the insect was quietly executing a perfect invasion. It has a massive appetite, targeting over 70 different plant species.
That's a lot.
Its favorite food is a tree called the Tree of Heaven, which is ironic because the Tree of Heaven is itself an invasive species.
That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
And its second favorite could bring an entire industry to its knees: grapevines. The pest also swarmed fruit orchards, hops yards, and valuable hardwood trees, threatening the state's apple, beer, and timber industries. The insects drink sap directly from the plants, draining them of nutrients. And then comes their honeydew.
Sounds delicious.
That's the polite scientific term. It's bug poop, a lot of it. This sugary bug poop rains down on everything, leading to a thick, black, sooty mold that suffocates plants by blocking sunlight.
Sometimes when one is under a tree that's being fed on heavily by lanternflies, it actually will occlude your vision. The honeydew, the exudate from the bug, can be so dense that it appears as a rain-like vision in front of your eyes, such that it actually obscures your ability to see.
But it gets worse. This honeydew also turns into an all-you-can-eat buffet for ants and wasps, which means backyards, playgrounds, and parks are not only covered in black sooty mold, but start swarming with stinging insects, making the outdoors an ordeal. Imagine you're a family farmer in Pennsylvania. Your grape vineyard was your parents, and their parents before them. One summer, the strange insects appear. At first, it's just a colorful novelty. The next summer, they're everywhere, swarming your vines, clinging to the doors of the farmhouse, until you can't even sit on your porch without them landing on you.
They are everywhere.
Your vines are suddenly covered in black, sooty mold that chokes the life from your precious plants. Within 2 seasons, a lifetime of work, a family legacy, is wiped out. The vines are dead, the bank is calling, and you're facing a mountain of debt for a crop that will never grow again. This story became a terrifying reality when vineyards in Pennsylvania began reporting massive die-offs.
It poses a major threat for our grape growers, where it's already caused tens of millions of dollars of damage.
They can reduce the crop by 90% or more in just 1 season.
This isn't just a localized disaster, it's a full-blown economic crisis, a biological wildfire spreading across the country. In Pennsylvania alone, the lanternfly threatens over $300 million of the state's economy. In New York, the vital grape and wine industry, valued at over $6.65 billion, is at extreme risk. The threat extends to timber, hops, and even the tourism that relies on beautiful, healthy forests. When you add it all up, the potential economic damage nationwide is measured in the tens of billions. So it was no longer a question of if the lanternfly would reach the multi-billion-dollar vineyards of California, but when. At first, people tried conventional weapons. Pesticides killed the adults, but risked harming vital pollinators like honeybees. Sticky traps caught the insects, but they also tragically killed songbirds, bats, and butterflies. And neither method could solve the real problem, the way it spreads.
I'm trying to live my life, find a mate, and have 3,000 to 4,000 babies.
That's a lot of babies.
Hey, they hating, I'm mating.
The key to its entire invasion looks like a simple smear of mud. This is its egg mass, and each one contains between 30 and 50 incubating lanternflies. That smear, that's 50 future troublemakers. The female will lay her eggs on almost any surface, then cover them in a putty-like substance that blends in perfectly when it dries. This camouflage is the bug's passport, a biological Trojan horse for the next generation. An egg mass on a train car in Pennsylvania can hatch months later in Ohio, starting a new infestation hundreds of miles away. For human inspectors, finding these is like trying to find a single specific gray sprinkle on a 10-mile-long gravel driveway in the rain.
It's impossible!
It became terrifyingly clear that the human eye was not enough. How do you fight an enemy whose greatest strength is camouflage? You find a defense system that is even better designed, a technology that doesn't rely on sight at all. The idea began at the University of Pennsylvania's Working Dog Center, a place that felt like a long shot of hope against a seemingly unstoppable foe. Dr. Cindy Otto, the center's director, watched the lanternfly crisis unfold in her own state. And she knew that a dog's sense of smell is legendary. See, our human noses have about 6 million scent receptors. Not bad. But a dog's nose has up to 300 million. It's the difference between a flip phone camera and the James Webb Space Telescope. The part of their brain that processes scent is 40 times larger than ours. It's like seeing a single pixel versus seeing a high-definition photograph. Dr. Otto wondered, if dogs could be trained to find bombs and drugs, could they be trained to find these camouflaged egg masses? But before they could build a program, they needed proof. So, in 2018, they launched a trial run to find out if it could really be done. To test the theory, handlers turned the process into a game. They presented a dog with a container holding the egg masses. The moment the dog showed interest, they got their favorite reward: a toy, a treat, or even just praise. The experiment worked.
Victory! Victory is ours!
For the dog, that gross, rotten walnut smell leads to something they love. And it's a good thing they love it, because nothing else does. These bugs have practically zero natural predators here. Even chickens, who will eat almost any insect, refuse to touch them.
I'm not eating that shit.
But for these dogs, it goes from something they'd ignore to the unmistakable scent of their favorite ball. It becomes the smell of pure joy. But the most important part of the test was the alert. Because scratching could accidentally break the masses and spread the eggs, the dogs were taught a passive signal: to sit or lie down and point to the source with their nose. It was a quiet, precise gesture that said, "Here it is." The dog was the sensor, the human was the removal specialist. Researchers realized the lanternfly's camouflaged egg mass had a fatal flaw. It wasn't invisible to a dog's nose. What looks like nothing to us smells like a bullseye to them. They had found their weapon.
Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania's School of Veterinary Medicine have found that after rigorous training, their dogs are able to sniff out spotted lanternfly eggs with extreme accuracy.
The program showed incredible promise, but the real test was in the field. One of the first star pupils was a German short-haired pointer named Folly. She was taken to a Christmas tree farm, a high-risk location for transporting pests, and a complex environment full of overwhelming smells like pine and damp earth.
Making it the perfect place to hide.
Just days earlier, a team of human surveyors had meticulously inspected the entire farm and declared it clear. For Folly's handlers, it was a moment of truth. She got to work. Weaving through the trees, her nose scanned the air, sorting through thousands of scents. Then she stopped. She knew that smell. She gave her signal, sitting and pointing her nose not at a tree, but at the underside of a rusty metal barrel. tucked away, almost invisible against the corroded metal, was a single spotted lanternfly egg mass. It was a find that the human team had completely missed. This one moment was the proof of concept everyone was looking for. It demonstrated that the dogs could do something humans simply could not, with an accuracy rate shown to be over 95%. They could find the enemy on non-plant surfaces, in complex environments where its camouflage was most effective. Folly's single find was so convincing that it helped unlock federal-level interest.
Shut up and take my money.
She was the proof of concept, the first bug buster on 4 legs. That quiet, simple alert was a monumental victory. Folly never worked the field, but she changed the playbook. A year later, Pennsylvania put that research into action, training the first professional lanternfly detection dog to be deployed in the field, a German shepherd named Lucky. Lucky began field work at warehouses and rail yards, proving this wasn't just a lab experiment anymore. This was a real-world weapon. As Lucky's success spread, so did the program. The USDA began deploying professional canine teams in New York, New Jersey, and Virginia. These dogs weren't just good boys and girls, they were government employees. It was a powerful front line, but it wasn't enough to hold back the tide. The fight was about to go local. Training a single professional dog can cost tens of thousands of dollars. There simply aren't enough resources.
Wow, that is crazy.
So, nonprofit organizations had a radical idea. What if you could empower regular citizens to train their own pet dogs? Turn Fido into a conservation superstar?
It's genius, right?
This was the birth of the Citizen Science Dog Training programs.
A new Virginia Tech study finds that everyday dogs, not just professionals, could sniff out spotted lanternfly egg masses.
Groups like the New York, New Jersey Trail Conference developed scent kits for volunteers. The goal wasn't to create certified inspectors, but to build a volunteer army, turning people's love for their pets into a powerful act of environmental protection. The movement tapped into a huge community of people already involved in recreational scent work. Suddenly, hundreds of dogs, from beagles to poodles, were joining the fight.
The reason it's very enriching for the dog and a very positive welfare kind of thing is they get that interaction and they are always getting a reinforcer out of it. By training them on these invasive species, we can utilize them in the environment, which is also enriching for their handlers too. They get to go out with their dog and do something very fulfilling and purposeful in their local community.
For the dogs, it's a game. It's like anything else. They don't know that they're, saving the planet in any way.
In Cleveland, Metro Parks launched a bold experiment with community detection dogs. Argent the Shepherd, Rio the Australian Shepherd cattle dog mix, and Juno the Black Lab searched parks and zoos. In just a few months, they found over 4,000 egg masses. That's nearly 200,000 lanternflies prevented from hatching. At one zoo, a single sweep turned up 1,100 eggs in hours. The program was filled with incredible underdog stories. Argent was a rescue dog who came from a shelter but ended up matching the accuracy of professionally trained dogs. Bronco the Corgi became a local celebrity, a short-legged, fluffy eco-warrior uncovering egg masses faster than anyone thought possible. Rio, the initially shy and fearful rescue dog, grew more confident and came out of his shell, with his scent work becoming his superpower. He earned multiple scent competition titles and proved that in this war, the quiet ones are the most dangerous to the enemy. And then there's Juno. She is pure drive, pulling on the leash the second she gets out of the car. She's also the one who taught her handler Tara the golden rule: never doubt the dog. At the Cleveland Zoo, Juno alerted on a blank metal tag nailed to a tree. Tara thought Juno was confused by the metal. She wasn't. Tara flipped up the tag, and there they were, eggs hiding right behind it. She proved that even behind a shield of steel, these bugs aren't safe. Finally, there's Pepe, a Tibetan Terrier. She proved that even a small, fluffy lapdog can become a hero. Not bad for a bunch of pets turned pest control experts. Lucky, Ruby, Bronco, Argent, Juno, Rio, Kita, Goose. Sounds like a kid's soccer team, except this one prevents bug apocalypses. So how are dogs stopping a billion-dollar bug invasion? Not by winning the war overnight, but by building a whole new type of army. Proving that our greatest allies might not be in a lab, but sleeping at the foot of our beds. The success of these volunteer teams has created a blueprint. The goal is a future where a nationwide network of citizen scientists and their dogs forms a living, breathing line of defense, protecting not just crops, but a way of life. Imagine hundreds of pet dogs turning their daily walks into a coordinated surveillance mission, creating a protective shield over the parks we play in, the forests we hike, and the farms that feed us. These dogs don't just sit and stay, they save the crops. Then, maybe sit and stay.
Ow, stop. Crypto, ow, ow, stop it, stop. Sit, stay.
This fight is no longer just about chemicals, it's about partnership. It's about combining human ingenuity with millions of years of canine evolution. And its future is a powerful reminder that the most effective solution to a modern, complex problem might just be a cold, wet nose and a wagging tail, waiting for the command to go find it.